You're walking down the street, minding your own business, when suddenly, someone throws a snarky comment your way. It stings, right? That wave of frustration rises. The temptation to snap back or shrink down, it's there. But here's the thing. What if I told you there's a way to handle disrespect that not only leaves you feeling empowered, but also commands respect from others? And no, it's not about throwing insults back or getting even. Disrespect, it's unavoidable. At some point, someone's going to cross a line. Whether it's a snide remark from a coworker, a cold shoulder from a friend, or something much worse, it's part of life. But how you handle it, that determines everything. And today, I'm going to show you how to flip the script on disrespect and handle it with dignity, like an absolute pro. Let's start by understanding this. Disrespect isn't really about you. When someone disrespects you, it says more about them than it does about you. It's often a reflection of their insecurities, frustrations, or even just a bad day. Think of disrespect as a mirror showing you who they are, not who you are. So, first tip, don't take it personally. I know, it's easier said than done. You hear something cutting, and it feels like a personal attack. Your brain goes into defense mode. But pause for a second. If you can shift your mindset to realize that their words or actions are rooted in their issues, you instantly strip them of their power. You're no longer reacting to their problem. You're just observing it. It's almost like watching a bad movie. You wouldn't yell at the screen, right? Same thing here. Now, what do you do in that moment when you're face to face with disrespect? Let me introduce you to a concept called tactical calm. When you stay calm in the face of rudeness, you actually do something incredibly powerful. You disrupt their expectations. Most people expect confrontation when they disrespect someone. They expect either a fiery comeback or a retreat. But calm? That's a curveball. It throws them off balance. Imagine this. Someone throws a harsh comment your way, maybe questioning your ability or making a joke at your expense. Instead of reacting, you pause. You take a breath. You look them in the eye and simply ask, "What did you mean by that?" Boom. You've shifted the dynamic. You're not playing their game anymore. By staying calm and asking a simple, direct question, you force them to explain themselves, and suddenly the ball is in their court. Oftentimes, they'll fumble. They didn't expect to be questioned. They expected a reaction. Which brings us to our next tip. Don't match their energy. When someone's disrespectful, it's easy to mirror their negativity. But that's a trap. When you match their energy, you're playing on their level. And guess what? Nobody wins that game. But when you choose to stay level-headed, polite even, you maintain control over the situation. They're the ones being rude, not you. You rise above it. And that's where true strength lies. Now let's talk about body language. Disrespect isn't just verbal. Sometimes it's all in the way someone acts towards you. A dismissive wave, a roll of the eyes, turning their back on you mid-conversation. It's subtle but powerful. So how do you handle that kind of disrespect? This is where you lean into confidence cues. Your body speaks volumes before you ever open your mouth. Standing tall, maintaining eye contact, and using deliberate, controlled movements signal that you're not fazed by their behavior. When someone tries to belittle you with a gesture, counter it by owning your space. Ever noticed how confident people don't shrink when faced with negativity? They hold their ground. And it's not about being aggressive or dominant. It's about standing in your own power. A quick trick you can use is what I like to call the silent pause. When someone's being disrespectful, instead of rushing to respond, give it a moment. Stay silent. Let the weight of the pause settle in. This does two things. It shows that you're unfazed, and it gives them a chance to feel the awkwardness of their own behavior. Silence can be incredibly powerful in disarming disrespect. It sends a message, I don't need to justify myself to you. But let's not pretend this is easy. Sometimes disrespect gets under your skin, and that's okay. It's normal to feel upset. The key, though, is in how you process that emotion. This is where emotional regulation comes into play. It's about learning to manage those feelings of anger or frustration in a healthy way. Instead of bottling it up or letting it explode, try grounding techniques like deep breathing or mentally stepping back from the situation. When you can regulate your emotions, you maintain clarity, and that's when you make the best decisions. Let's recap for a second. You've got tactical calm, emotional regulation, confidence cues, and not taking things personally. But there's one more piece to this puzzle, and it's perhaps the most important. Know when to walk away. Not every battle is worth fighting. Some people thrive on disrespect. It's their way of controlling or provoking others. Engaging with them is like feeding a fire. The more you feed it, the more it burns. Walking away doesn't mean you're weak or that you've lost. In fact, it's the ultimate show of strength. It says, "You're not worth my time or energy." And that is the highest form of self-respect. When you can confidently walk away from a situation without feeling the need to defend yourself or prove a point, you're showing that their opinion of you is irrelevant. Think of it like this. If you're walking through a garden, you don't stop to fight every weed. You keep moving, focusing on the flowers. In the same way, don't waste your time battling every disrespectful person you encounter. Some things are better left behind. So, next time someone disrespects you, don't see it as a loss. See it as an opportunity to rise above, to maintain your dignity, and to walk away stronger. Because at the end of the day, how you handle disrespect isn't about them. It's about you. It's about protecting your peace, maintaining your confidence, and showing the world that no one can shake you unless you let them. You're in control. Disrespect is inevitable, but how you respond, that's where your power lies.